Hi, my sassies. This is RLS, and I'm Grammy Sasa. You know, life it can be just so weird sometimes. I mean, think about it. If you're part of the world where you have to go to your job so you can pay your bills, when you get sick, or there's something that happens if you have a child, or maybe your car breaks down, whatever it might be. If you can't make it to work, one, you risk losing your job, which is the only way you have to pay your bills. And maybe you're the only breadwinner in your house. Two, if you go to work while you're sick, you could get other people sick, which you know you don't want to do, but you kind of don't have a choice. And if you go to work when you're sick, how are you going to get better? Because you need to rest to get sick. It's like a vicious cycle. So, like, when you do get sick, it, like, lingers for days that turn into weeks, that turn into months. It's like you just can't shake it. And every time it's almost gone, and you're like, man, thank God. Maybe I can finally stop taking medicine, because I don't think a human was meant to take that amount of over-the-counter medication for that amount of time. But without it, it's like you just could not go to work. Boom. It's like it's back with a vengeance. And so then it's like that vicious cycle starts over. And if you ain't the only one in your household, if you have children or a significant other or roommates or whatever it may be, you're going to pass that stuff around just like kids do at school. And when you get it at work, you probably got it from somebody at work. Because again, y'all's in a small closed-in environment, or maybe it's a large closed-in environment. Unless you're working outside, you're probably going to catch something. And right now in Michigan, we're going into fall, which means the temperature has dropped. And I mean, it went from like last week, we had an 80-degree day, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And this week, it's supposed to be in the 50s. What? Like, yeah, humongo difference. So, of course, people are probably going to get sick because, like, the weather changing like that. So, what do you do when you're in that predicament, you know? When you have to go to work, because if you don't, the bills that you already are having a hard time paying, they're not going to get paid. Them people are not going to understand that you are sick and you don't have any money. No. No, they're going to be they're going to come get stuff. They're going to take you to court. Ain't nothing good going to come out of it. You're going to go to work sick. And yeah, every place that you work at tells you not to come in sick. Every place. And since COVID, oh my God, they definitely don't want you coming sick. And then they're going to make you wear a mask if you don't already have to wear a mask at whatever your employment might be. And then they're going to make you get a COVID test. Yep, you got to go stick that thing up and check, see if you got some brains or whatever. Yep. And if you ain't never had a COVID test, you might be one of the very few humans on this planet that ain't had one. You might be part of some tribe that nobody knows about, because pretty much everybody I know has had to get at least one COVID test pretty much because of their employment. It isn't because they thought they were sick or somebody else thought they were sick. It's not even because they were going to travel somewhere. No, 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 no. It's because they work somewhere. And if you have a sniffle or you have a tickle in your throat and you cough, oh my God, go right off and get a test because, you might have COVID and we don't want that here. So go get that test right now and let us know what it says. It doesn't matter if you think you might have allergies. It doesn't matter if you try to explain to them that it's not. No, no. Everybody's scared of it, so you got to get the test. And before, you had to wait a long time. It wasn't like it just came right freaking back. No, no, no. No, you had to wait. So you're out of work. And some places paid for it, some didn't. Some, it fell under some clause or whatever, so they had to pay you. It just all depended on your situation, It wasn't good. And now they say COVID's on the rise again. So at my work, I know there was a couple people out, and everybody else's works that I've been hearing, they have people out as well. So I guess it is going around, and there's some kind of bug going around, like a flu bug-ish thing. A bunch of people at my work had that too. So, and then I hear everybody talking about that. I'm telling you, there's just no place that you can go that somebody don't got something. I mean, if you go in the store, you're going to be around somebody's got something. If you go to work, you're going to be around somebody's got something. If you have to go to school, you're going to be around somebody's got something. Unless you're in your own car all by yourself. And if you got something, you're going to be around somebody's got something. See? It's pretty much impossible to not catch something. So it's pretty much impossible to say that you're going to go to work feeling good because you're going to catch something from somebody. And then you're going to have to go to work sick. And everybody understands that they don't want to do that. But this is real life. This is just how it is. I mean, if you don't go to work, you don't pay them bills. And you're already worried every single day on which bills you're going to pay, which ones you've let lapse for too long, what you can allow to be shut off, what cannot be shut off, and how you are going to find the money for the things that you truly need. Not want, but need. Like food, toilet paper, gas to get to and from work, things like that. Not to mention the fact that, you're going to come up with the extra money for your vehicle because it always needs some kind of attention. It needs an oil change or tires or something. Got to have insurance on it. Vehicles cost money, lots of money. When you add up all the expenses that a vehicle is in a year, and if you added in your gas money that you had to drive to and from work, depending on how long your commute is, man, I bet you it's a lot of money. That's more math than I can do in my head at this time of the night. I just couldn't sleep. I have all these racing thoughts. So I thought I'd share them with you guys because, this is all about being real. And this is what real life is about. Some nights it's about you can't sleep because you just have all these thoughts in your mind and all these things that you want to do and all these things that you have no money for. And you know that at some point it's either going to catch up with you or you might just get a little tiny bit in front of that 8-ball. And hope is what keeps you going on. You can't give it up. You've been working too hard for it. I know it's a real struggle right now. Believe me, if anybody knows it's a struggle, it's me. But I ain't giving up. And you ain't gonna give up either. We're gonna do this together. Maybe we can't go get McDonald's, but we don't need it anyway. And last few times I had it, you know, it's like supposed to be a treat for me because it ain't like I can just go get that stuff. I told you, I'm a poor girl. I was very dissatisfied. Like, the main thing is, the burger that I got, the wrapper was so greasy and nasty. And it just didn't even taste good. And it wasn't like, oh, because it's fast food, it didn't taste good. No. I mean, when that's a treat for you, it tastes good then. I don't care if it's bad for you or not. It tastes good. But it just didn't taste good. And I got it another time. And same thing. I was not impressed. I was sorry that I wasted my money on that. I could have used it for something different. But it was something I chose to splurge on at that moment. But anyways, it's late. And I don't want to be sick. So I should get some rest. Because without good rest, they say that, you know, you can get sick easy. And I wouldn't want something else on my mind to worry about because I already have a bazillion things going on in there that I'm worrying about. You know what I'm talking about. Just remember, no matter how hard things get, smiles are always free. I love you, my sassies. Share them smiles. Why, y'all? Because they're free.